Israel is doing to the children, the people of Gaza. They're actually making these aid sites, or these supposed aid sites of massacre, where they're killing people that are just lining up for aid.
David, please, if you truly care, provide me with one source, one video proving that the IDF is actually doing that. I mean, why don't we just bomb them from the air? Why do we have to just shoot them in line? It's so stupid. It's also one of the most documented areas.
Palestinian people, this is all for you.
What is this gonna do? What is this gonna do? Rashida, ya haywanita ktana, what is this gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. What are you, 6? Hi guys, this is Sahar TV, and in today's video we'll see Detective Nate Friedman. Well, he's not actually a detective, but you'll see some amazing detective work done by this guy exposing Palestinian protesters, anti-West protesters on his show today. Let's take a look.
For myself, I wish.
You want to be a leader of Hamas?
I wish. But I don't have this capability.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Yeah, I don't know about that. This is my biggest expose yet. In this video, you'll see a lot of familiar faces, people I've exposed in the past, and this time I'll not only confront them on what I found, but reveal more threats to our national security than I ever have in any investigation that I've done. Welcome back to the Nate Friedman Show.
Nate Friedman is going at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Exposing Palestinian protesters, and this time exposing what he found out to their faces. Let's see.
This is David Chung. Yo, what's up, David? See you again, man. You want to talk at all about the last video? No, I'm good. What did you think of it?
No comment.
Did I get anything
You look hella guilty.
wrong?
No comment.
You got no comment? What? How are they paying you $80K a year?
No comment.
Are you gonna say no comment to everything?
Yep.
Yep. Bro, they're paying you $80K a year to protest? Is that wrong? Is that wrong? Tell me if it's wrong.
No comment. I
recognize David from when I exposed him in one of our previous videos. He stopped my interview with another guy that's in this video as well. Do you think that, what's that? You gonna stop him from interviewing me? What do you want to prevent him to say?
We're getting ready to march.
David Chung is the general manager of a protest group called the People's Forum, and if you dig through their tax documents, you'll find that David Chung gets paid $75,000 a year to protest. Now, you're funding this behavior because this is David getting arrested at these protests. Now, the police do their job, but very quickly he's let out and back on the street to protest.
Because they have lawyers that can bail you out, even if you do something illegal. Like this, you're out of there.
Now, I'm sure the police are no fans of David, and David is no fan of the police. Here you can see David Chung modeling a shirt idolizing Assata Shakur, who is an activist who murdered a police officer before seeking exile in Cuba. The People's Forum, the company that he works for, is the main organizer for anti-Israel and anti-America protests here in New York. They send announcements for protests consistently throughout the week and even delete comments that don't fit their narrative. Here you can see someone write "bring them home," and within minutes that comment is deleted. David Chung also has a leadership role at Rise and Resist, another company we've exposed for funding protests. The Karen Kazoo lady that I exposed was representing Rise and Resist, and they use Act Blue to raise money for their protests.
I'm representing the folks at Rise and Resist who have been trained
so Rise
to
and
be
Resist. You can see that they team up with the People's Forum often, and you can ask David any questions about protesting. Now, the People's Forum is funded by Roy Neville Singham, a billionaire Marxist living in China who is trying to destroy America from within. Yes, a billionaire Marxist. You heard that correctly. The House Oversight Committee right now is looking into Neville Singham, stating that the People's Forum, a Manhattan-based nonprofit which has ties to the CCP through funding from you. Now, David Chung and Manolo dos Santos, the director of the People's Forum, both serve in top positions at the Singham's Justice and Education Fund.
Nate, what are you, brother? Are you a detective? What's going on here? What's going on here? Nate here's doing the hard work that a lot of us can't even... What the hell, Nate? Brother? Wow.
Which further shows their strong ties to this Marxist who's slowly trying to destroy America. More on that later. Next up, I confront David Chung on a photo he took with a certain congresswoman. And how about meeting Rashida Tlaib? What was that like?
No comment.
You know what they say, if they plead the fifth, they're guilty.
No comment to meeting Rashida Tlaib?
She's a big congresswoman.
No comment.
I actually did get David to talk to me in this video, even though he did tell me that he would say no comment about everything. Now, David is no stranger to Cuba activism. We know that part of his job is to protest for the communist country. Now, the People's Forum president, Manolo dos Santos, actually said the following. Listen to this. I first met Cuba in my mother's womb, when she came here in 1988 to meet with Fidel. That's where my love for Cuba was born. And after many years of sharing and accompanying Cuba's progress, not only because we stand in solidarity with Cuba, but because we need Cuba for our social struggles amidst the worst of American capitalism. And Rashida Tlaib being affiliated with the People's Forum is just one of those things that makes sense. The People's Forum wrote, as our comrades marched in DC, we welcomed Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib and Tiffany Caban from the New York City Council. David Chung and the People's Forum are huge supporters of the communist country. They even raised over their goal initially of $150,000 all the way to $237,000 for, quote, humanitarian aid. Who knows what they actually did with that money. Now, the People's Forum encourages their protesters to bring pots and pans to the protest, and Tlaib brings that behavior straight to the Capitol.
Palestinian people, this is all for you.
What is this gonna do? What is this gonna do? Rashida, ya haywanita ktana, what is this gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. What are you, 6? What is this?
She's their congresswoman on the inside. Just listen to her not condemn the statement, "Death to America."
At a rally in your district, people were chanting "Death to America." Do you condemn?
Talk to Fox News.
But do you condemn chants of "Death to America"?
I don't talk to people that use racist tropes.
Tlaib spoke.
Rashida, why? You're getting exposed. Oh my God, Rashida, you're getting exposed. How can you not comment about "Death to America" chants? Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot you follow Islamic ideology, and that's why you can't condemn this chant, because you align with it. Got you.
At the People's Forum conference in Detroit last year, and you don't have to look farther than the podium to see them referring to all of Israel as Palestine. Now, while I was at the protest, I got this flyer about their second annual conference in August taking place at the Huntington Place Convention Center, which, you guessed it, is in Tlaib's district. Remember, it's just the second annual conference, meaning they began this conference only after the horrific attacks on October 7th. In attendance at Tlaib's speech were members of the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, an actual terrorist group designated by the United States, and later in this video, I'll actually speak to one of those terror supporters right here in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, this video only gets crazier from here.
What about this school for socialism that you guys are doing? That seems interesting, right?
Yeah, you should join.
Okay, tell me what I would learn. Tell me why I should join it.
Are you actually interested though?
Yeah, I'm actually interested.
What does socialism mean to you?
Socialism mean to me? I think it's very dangerous because I think capitalism fuels innovation, but I'm skeptical, so I want to know why is socialism the right way to go.
Well, I have to get ready for the march.
So things are planned. What's the plan for today? Tell me that.
Before David tells me the plan, let's talk about that school of socialism that he's hosting, which is essentially brainwashing our youth while masquerading as a summer course. They say that anyone can participate in their school for socialism, so right now I'm going to sign up to see if that's actually true. They write Class 1, Reform and Revolution. Now that's just for Module 1. Module 3 even writes Class 2, The Violent Origins of U.S. Capitalism. Now the People's Forum is using these protests against Zionism as a way to recruit our youth and then indoctrinate them with socialism education to then ultimately attempt to take down America. I will now read directly from their website to show you what they're saying to those young kids to have them join the school for socialism. Everywhere we turn, the consequences of exploitation, war, and greed are impossible to ignore. In the United States, the Trump administration is terrorizing immigrant families, rolling back civil rights, and gutting social services. Abroad, this same administration is fueling genocide, war, and militarism, pushing humanity closer to the brink of global conflict. But Trump's agenda is only one symptom of a system that has always prioritized profit over human well-being, and that is controlled by a very small ruling class willing to sacrifice humanity for the sake of their own greed and wealth. Now, this absolute beauty of a course is being taught Tuesdays and Thursdays at their bookstore, which sells socialist literature and revolutionary theory.
We're gonna have a rally to expose what Israel is doing to the children, the people of Gaza. They're actually making these aid sites, or these supposed aid sites, sites of massacre, where they're killing people that are just lining up for aid.
Is there
David, please, if you truly care, provide me with one source, one video proving that the IDF is actually doing that. One source, one video, I want to see that. I want to see that they're targeting deliberately civilians waiting in line. I mean, why don't we just bomb them from the air? Why do we have to just shoot them in line? It's so stupid. It's also one of the most documented areas. Why would we do it?
goal to kill as many Palestinians as possible?
Seems like it.
Okay, then why wouldn't they just drop bombs throughout the entire day constantly?
But once again, I have to do a task for this action, so I'll catch you later.
But what's the job description for today? Like, are you supposed to be in the front of the protest, leading it?
I'll be at the front, yeah.
He makes no mention of how Hamas routinely steals that aid. Here is clear evidence of Hamas doing just that. There are countless videos out there showcasing this, but you'll rarely see them from the legacy media. Hamas is also seen eating that food and living just fine in their terror tunnels beneath Gaza. Now the
starvation must be a serious problem for the terrorists of Hamas. Serious problem. But every time David is challenged, why don't we just drop bombs from the air? I got a march I gotta go to. It's right over there.
Center for Peace Communications was able to interview Gazans that shared the truth about these aid sites.
الناس بتاخذ كرتون وثلاث وقطعات حماس بدون لك تروحش على الامريكان يخلف على الامريكان هم بدون طحين واكل اسامه حمدان في قطر شبعان نايم تحت المكيفات هو ونسوانه واولاده بقول لك ما حدش يروح احنا بنراهن على ايش على صمود شعبنا صمود مين يا حبيبي تعال اتفرج كيف الناس كيف الناس جعانه بتروح نصيحه من الشعب لحماس سلمي وراقك وروحوا دمرت غزه يا عم ارحمونا من شيء الامن يرحمونا Thank you, Trump.
Quote, a message to Hamas, give it up and go away, and thank you, Trump. That's going to be hard to find on CNN. In fact, CNN writes, Netanyahu also repeated the unproven claim that Hamas steals humanitarian aid in Gaza. You just saw the videos. Is it really unproven? Now, aside from the lunacy of expecting the country that was attacked to provide aid to the territory that attacked them, the UN is heavily to blame here. Take a listen.
You see that there? That is a sack of flour that the UN is letting rot in the sun. One of, I gave up trying to count how many hundreds of sacks of flour the UN is letting rot here instead of picking it up and taking it to people who need it.
Not only is the UN just letting the food rot, but they've also admitted on their website that 87% of the aid has been looted.
Just look at this. Collected right here. We have 2,010 trucks that were collected by the UN. Out of 2,010, only 260 arrived because 1,753 trucks were intercepted or looted by armed gangs and Hamas. What is this if not evidence to prove that Hamas systematically steals it?
There's also no mention of Egypt at these protests. Egypt has given far less aid than Israel and has repeatedly kept their crossing, the Rafah border crossing, sealed. They also refuse to accept Palestinian refugees. Egypt goes as far as to block activists when they try to march to Gaza and even deported more than 70 protesters. But there hasn't been any word of that at this protest. David, you told me you watched the video, so maybe you're watching this one. Just ask yourself, if Israel wanted to kill as many civilians as possible, why would they pass out thousands of leaflets warning civilians before they strike? And why would they give Gazans any food at all if their intention was only to kill?
I'll be at the front, yeah.
You'll be at the front, okay. And well, tell me about that, because people want to know, like, what does your day-to-day look like?
My day-to-day, I feel like you're gonna turn whatever I say.
No, I'm not. Go ahead. No, just go ahead.
Once
Tell me.
again,
No,
comment.
tell me your day-to-day. I will not do that.
How do I know? You always have editorial control of what goes out on your website, so.
I mean, you've seen the channel. Do you feel like I cut stuff up?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Our interaction when you came up to me.
Once again, I will come find you later. I
don't think you will. I don't think you will. I think
you know where I'm
going
gonna be.
We're having a good conversation.
He says I cut stuff up, and he can't provide one example of me doing that. I hear people out, and the irony is that he came to stop my interview last time, which is quite literally cutting the interview live. David Chung, ladies and gentlemen. And one funny thing about David is that he studied economics in college, and now he's pro-socialism, a walking example that college doesn't make you smarter by default. In fact, you can often go the other direction, which is why the college employment unemployment rate for Gen Z men who graduated college is about the same as those who didn't. Now,
guys, I'm not gonna watch the full video because I want Nate Friedman to get the views. I think he's brilliant, and the detective work that this guy conducts, unbelievable. So I'm going to attach a link to the full video down in the description below. Please don't forget to subscribe to Nate and watch the full video. Very interesting and very important. And please, I'm begging you, if so many people claim that the IDF indiscriminately kills people at aid sites, provide me with video footage. I don't care about testimonies. If there's been more than 1,000 events, then one must be documented. One. Show me one, and I'll be happy to condemn it. Where you actually see the soldiers and the civilians. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to support me financially, you can do that using Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the links below. Please don't forget to join our Discord in the link in the description. And now you can become a YouTube member and enjoy specific YouTube perks. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.